All right. Hello. It has been quite the rainy day. We are going to play some Tangle Tower tonight. I don't know how far along I am in the story, but I guess that's just something we'll find out as we play tonight. So, I mean, I'm not gonna strand myself here too much longer, but I have some exciting stuff coming. It's exciting for me. Pretty soon, probably, maybe even by Friday, or by Saturday when I stream next. There might be some new fun stuff. Maybe I'll post on Twitter first. Who knows? But regardless, I have some stuff in the works that I'm really happy, excited for. And probably next stream I'll get to show it off. But for now, it's time for Tangle Tower, baby! I keep wanting to call it Tangled Tower. It's Tangle singular. Not noun, like the noun tangle. Not like the adjective tangled. Oh, okay. I thought it crashed. I saw it open and then it closed immediately. Okay. Let's get in. Did I finish talking to her? I think so. Oh, right. I did a few people. Tell me about yourself, Fifi.
Name, Fiona Fellow. Age, 19. Profession, amateur microbiologist. Likes, the meaningful archiving of information. Dislikes, the superfluous window dressing accompanying the majority of human contact. Notes, kindly disregard the polysyllabic form of my given forename and refer to me instead as Fifi.
How come you prefer Fifi?
How come you prefer Grimoire?
How are you related to the other fellows?
Fitz is my cousin. His father, a man named Flint, was my uncle.
Was?
I do not know if Flint is alive or not. He left Tangle Tower a long time ago.
And what about Freya? How are you related to her?
We share exactly one grandparent.
Oh, I see. Okay, what about Pointer?
Name, Percival Pointer. Age, 57. Profession, none.
I'm pretty sure he's an astronomer.
Oh yes, of course. How uncharacteristically forgetful of me.
Okay. She's got something against, astronomers.
Name, Haksha. Age, unknown. Profession, private detective. Likes, quote, being left alone. Dislikes, quote, being constantly badgered by a weirdo nerd with a clipboard.
Oh. Oh, Fifi. About Flora. There's one more person.
Name, Flora Fellow. Age, 44. Profession, unknown. Likes, unknown. Dislikes, unknown.
Isn't she your mother? How
Oh.
do you not know anything?
Oh no.
I believe other people may have discovered methods of reaching her, but I have little capacity for interpreting nonverbal communication.
And how long has Flora been non-verbal?
She has always been quiet, willing to speak when necessary, but not more.
So what happened to make her stop talking entirely?
She suffered a great loss, something she has been unable to move beyond.
And what's that? Can you elaborate on that one? I really don't know what I need to talk to her about.
Curious.
I guess I'll just
Freya
poke
is
everything.
normally highly skilled at capturing someone's likeness, but in this painting, she has accidentally made Flora look quite young.
I think she was just being kind.
Why is that kind? Anyway, I'm far more interested in what Flora is holding. I performed the test on the red paint myself. I discovered that it was in fact not paint, but blood.
What made you want to test it in the first place?
It was Poppy. She told me she thought the painting looked like a bloody knife. I told her not to be ridiculous. My mother owns no such knife. But then I noticed that the color was slightly too dark, and the substance itself was overly viscous.
You noticed that just from looking at it once?
Of course.
Of course. Of course.
Fifi, did you test the red paint in this pot?
Yes, I did. I discovered it too was blood, not paint.
Oh.
A whole pot full of blood?
Not a whole pot. It is only partially full.
Yeah, but still. Doesn't that freak you out?
No. In fact, it may be considered rather reassuring.
Wait, the whole thing? Everything in the red paint is blood? Hold on a second. That means she was painting with real blood. What? What?
The red paint on the brush is not paint. It is blood. Same for the palette.
So Freya added the blood to the painting herself?
Or blood got on the brush and palette some other way?
Oh no, it has to have been
Do
added.
not know the answer.
So, was she literally painting with her blood, sweat, and tears? I don't know. How?
That blade.
It's a troll for gardening.
It is.
It is? Yeah, it is.
The fruit here has a unique chemical makeup. It makes them completely pointless. Unless you wish to cut it down and sell it as a precious stone.
It's not edible?
Depends.
On what?
On the structural integrity of your teeth.
Yeah.
Why
That
did
makes
Poppy
sense.
leave shards of glass all over this statue?
What makes you think it was Poppy?
The statue lives in the music room. Who else would it be?
Fair enough. Okay.
Who is that in the photo?
I'm quite sure that I have no idea.
They're all covering. I know this Poppy. It has.
An item from Poppy's childhood. Her earliest piano lessons hold some special significance for her.
Why's that?
No idea. She has never graced me with the details, and I am not forthcoming enough to ask.
I would
You
imagine
two
it's
are
because it's her
friends,
mom
right?
We are,
teaching
yes.
her.
But
It is clear to me now that Poppy has become tired of my company.
Oh
is
no.
it anything to do with Freya?
Oh, no. The changes in Poppy's mood have nothing to do with Freya. Her concerns simply lie elsewhere.
Okay. But the gramophone.
The gramophone belongs to Poppy, but I believe she gave it to my mother, and my mother often loaned it to Freya. Or maybe it is the other way around.
When did it get cracked?
I cannot pinpoint it exactly. All I know is that it must have happened sometime in the last 2 days.
Do you know who was reading this book?
It belongs to my mother.
And she left it in the library?
No, my mother has not been in the library for some time. It is a flower. It
Correct.
reminds me of something, but I cannot say what.
It kind of looks like, Flora? What's her name? Kind of looks like Flora. In a funny way.
Now this is interesting. Where did you find it?
In the astronomy tower.
And yet, it does not concern the field of astronomy.
Nope.
In fact, you could even say that entomology is the exact opposite of astronomy.
Yeah, you
What?
could.
How?
I would not say that, however.
Oh, you wouldn't?
No, it would be quite naive. To study science in any field is to study the connections between all matter in the universe, living or inanimate.
But you were just dunking on him for being an astronomer.
I am scared of birds.
Why?
It is an irrational fear. I have no suitable explanation.
Oh,
Fair enough.
This belongs to Poppy. In fact, she owns a number of cassette tapes.
what happened to it though?
It has been left underwater for an extended period of time.
Right, but why?
I do not know why.
Fair enough.
What a mess. Penelope should tidy up after herself.
These weren't dropped by Penny. They were dropped by birds, I think.
My argument stands. That belongs to my mother. I think she must be fond of eggs. There are a number of egg-shaped carvings to be found in the garden and in the Grand Hall.
Yeah, what's the deal with all the eggs?
Some people just like eggs.
Fair enough. I will not delve into that one.
The statue itself does not
Hi.
interest me, but
Hello,
I do wish
hello.
to know about those symbols on the harp. Have you deciphered their meaning yet?
Not yet.
We're working on it.
We
I
are.
haven't revisited it at all.
What's wrong?
Earmuffs do not go on statues.
True. So true.
Is she laughing?
Yeah. Duh.
I require facts. What do you know?
Well, we know Freya was stabbed with a knife, and then she fell.
Correction. She was stabbed with something. There was no knife found at the crime scene,
Apart from the one in the painting.
which, as a mere abstract representation, does not count. Nobody has ever been stabbed by the concept of a knife.
Okay. Well, we know something. She was painting with blood. So, it's not
What is your
the running
opinion
theory.
of Tangle Tower?
Oh, it's impressive. Elaborate gardens, unique architecture.
Must be worth a fortune.
Why do you ask, Fifi?
I am the heir of the Fellow family and the Remington family.
Mm.
This makes me the sole beneficiary of Tangle Tower.
Mm.
That's quite an inheritance.
They can't make you do anything, Fifi. If you don't want the house, just tell them. Or just sell it. Who cares?
You sound like her.
Who? Who does Sally sound like? Okay. Okay. So that's all we're getting out of Fifi. Oh, there's still so many rooms we haven't been to yet. Let's go here. I think this is Poppy's bedroom. Oh no, it's Fifi's. Okay.
A new suspect.
Oh gosh, Grimoire.
Don't think you can get out being questioned just because you're a bear.
I'm innocent, I promise!
Save it for the judge.
Going along with it.
It's a magnifying glass. A big one.
How come you don't have one of those?
Why? Because I'm a detective? Should I start smoking a pipe too?
You couldn't pull off a pipe. I don't know what that drink is, but I bet it's 99% sugar.
I'd read you the ingredients, but there's nothing written on the can.
That's even worse.
Yeah.
What's that big book on the desk?
Looks like something Fifi's been writing.
Is it a clue?
I hope not. It's just a bunch of notes about her microbiology experiments.
Okay.
It looks like a microscope.
Gasoline in the
A big
can.
one.
Just gasoline. Fifi drinks pure gas.
Can I touch it?
Yes, let's touch this thing.
I'm not sure this is a microscope.
Horizontally slide them to the correct positions. Oh god, that one's huge. Am I accidentally figuring it out? Oh, this one looks too big. But let's test it out. Test.
I guess that's wrong.
Okay.
The four lenses all have so they must each have a
Yeah, I
specific...
get it. Okay. So this one's very weak. That one's too strong. Need to get them out of the way. Oh, this is the shape that I'm going. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. So is this a puzzle mystery game? Yeah, it is. The art is very nice. I love it. Okay. The style is really unique. I enjoy it muchly. Okay. And hey!
Nope.
Wow,
You need to map.
I'm
Looks
so
like
close,
you
though.
might need to overlook.
I'm so close. There.
That's the one.
There we go. Okay.
Hey, not bad.
I was basically there. It's fine.
Sounds like it unlocked.
Yeah, it's built on top of a little metal box. There's a book in here.
Let's see. Oh, it's a diary. A well-used book resembling a diary. It's locked with a strange metal device. Okay.
Nice room.
It's a mess. But yeah,
Hmm.
Fifi's got something pinned up here.
What is all this?
Let's take a look. Oh, it's relations. So...
Is that supposed to be me?
Oh.
Why do I look so angry?
That's just the face you make when you're thinking. It does make you wonder, though. When did Fifi draw all this?
Yeah, it had to have been really recently. So, of course, me and Sally, I guess that's her dad. The bird on her head, I love her. I forget her name right now.
It's a drawing of Penny.
Penny. She's a bird lady. I'll show you her in a second.
It's
Hawkshaw.
Detective Hawkshaw.
Penny.
Looks like Fitz. It's Poppy. That's actually a pretty good drawing.
That's gotta be Flora. Who's that?
Not sure.
Oh, we haven't met him yet. Okay. But I think that's the dad. That's
And that's
Fifi's
you,
dad.
Sally.
What? I do not look like that, do I?
Did
You
you
look like
notice
a
who
football.
isn't on here?
Freya?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
And Fifi herself.
interesting. That's a good catch. Okay. I don't think there's anything else particularly of note here. So let's move out. I'm gonna show you Penny. Apparently we're cutting straight through the garden. Here she is. She's pretty. I like her a lot. Oh, we can ask her about Fifi now.
She mostly ignores me, if I'm honest.
How come?
Well, we're not quite on the same intellectual level.
Oh. you don't need to.
No, it's quite all right. I'm comfortable with it.
Yeah, she's actually built like she has bird wings.
Somebody taking an interest in extinct animals.
Extinct.
Oh, yes. The book is very old. Most of the birds in it are long gone.
Well, what about this bird, though? The ink dip.
This one, well, it was thought to be extinct for a long time. Then one was found here at Tangle Tower.
Oh.
So it's not extinct.
You misunderstand. It was the last one.
Oh.
The very last.
Oh.
Okay.
Yes, it's my, my flower.
You don't like it?
I'm no good at caring for plants. I forget to water them. Birds are much easier. They're a lot more vocal when they get thirsty.
Do you at least like the look of the flower?
The look?
The colors? The shape of it? Between you and me,
I think it's a little vulgar.
Okay.
Ooh, a secret diary.
She's
That's our
so
best too.
excited.
Excellent.
Okay. Nothing else to say about that one. Let's skedaddle out of here. Let's go over to this room. Freya's. Oh. Oh, I like it. It's moody.
Freya's bear.
Looks pretty depressed.
He's had a rough couple of days.
Just little trinkets.
Let's leave them alone.
Indeed.
It's a little wooden box for paintbrushes.
Looks like Freya painted too.
To the casual observer, maybe.
Let's take a look.
They're
Oh.
not real paintbrushes. Looks like they're part of some kind of lock mechanism.
Interesting. Swap them into the correct order, arrange the papers to find clues. Okay. Let's see. Oh, here. Here. This one will move down. This one fits perfect right there. And then this. Now to actually translate what this means. So green is like here. Or, well, it can't move up, so it has to be here. is. Oh, it's telling me what direction I can move stuff. Okay, and then this here, but it has to be this shape. Or, wait. Let's see. So I'll put this one here. Swap this one over to here. Oh, I see. Okay. So this one goes here, but there's blue on this. And that shape is right. Orange handle is all I know for that one.
Nothing.
No?
Did you find a hint? It looks like a ripped up jigsaw puzzle.
Ripped up jigsaw puzzle. Well, yeah, I've already put it together. I guess this one could go here, maybe?
That was
The information we need is on.
Okay. Let's see here. But we know we have to have green. There. Oh, is this telling me the heights? Taking wild guesses now.
still locked.
No.
There's a couple of
Okay.
brushes with each.
Let's see. So we know that the first one has to have a short stem. Or has to have an orange stem, rather. But I think it also has to be short. And then the tallest one's at the end. And if we swap this one here...
I did it.
Okay,
What do I win?
cool.
Not bad.
Let's see what's in it.
What was in the box?
Just a photograph. Well, most of a photograph.
Oh, do we get the other half of the other one now? Yeah! Oh, it's cute! Photograph of two young girls, one with red hair, the other with green, I guess technically. Seems has a large piece missing. The other has been ripped off. Well, I
There's
have the
something
other
about
half.
that pink cassette tape. Something suspicious.
Let's ask Poppy about it.
Okay, I can go straight there. Let me actually have a second to look around
That
Freya's room more.
painting is really something.
Why would you want it looming over your bed like that?
Maybe Freya enjoyed the atmosphere it creates.
The atmosphere of chaos and oppression?
Hang on. There's a smaller version down by the floor.
It's a photograph.
Huh. Small photograph of Freya's abstract painting. A piece of adhesive tape is stuck on it. Lines have been drawn with black ink around the edges. It looks like it's part of, like a pinboard.
A pillow with a paw print pattern.
It's a cushion.
Yeah, but that doesn't alliterate. It's a little glass box.
I think it's a vivarium.
Come again?
See the leaves and twigs in there? Might have been for keeping insects.
Freya's plants. They must not need sunlight?
I mean, that one's right by a window, to be fair.
Do you think this was always supposed to be a bedroom?
Or maybe it's a vent.
I don't know. It is kind of a weird shape.
No windows either.
Never mind, it's not a window.
Even though we're halfway up a tower, someone's been tracking in mud from outside.
Interesting. Fish.
It's a fish, I think?
I think it looks more like a whale.
Fine, it's a whale.
Could also be a shark.
Okay.
Not the kind of lamp I choose for my bedroom, but fair enough.
It's cool. Looks like old mining equipment or something.
She drew a crab on her
Did
ceiling.
Freya paint those animals on her ceiling?
They're kind of simplistic.
Maybe she painted them when she was younger.
Maybe Freya painted them. Or, yeah, Freya. Right? Is that the word is that the name I'm looking for? No, not Freya. Who is the girl? Ugh, who's the other person? No, it's Freya. Oh, I didn't even know whose room I was in just now. It's fine. It was Freya that I was meant to talk about, but that's not who I was thinking I was in the room of. Hey, Penny. Or, what was your name? Poppy. Hey, Poppy. You know what? Actually, tell me more about Penny.
Feathers flashing in the light, from a sunbeam gleaming bright. I shield my eyes and turn my head, but all at once I've been misled. Light is shining on the stage, but through the railings of a cage.
Oh, that one was cool. I like that one. Snapping for that one.
Between the lips a silver spoon, a story written all too soon. The chosen dwelling of her heart, unjustly chosen to depart. Lost her liberation lays in the center of a maze. Eavesdrop what the stars are saying. Earthly tether, slowly fraying. Floating, helpless from the worst of jealous hunger, selfish thirst. Take a moment, kneel and meet the flowers growing at your feet.
I see. And that one's her dad. Even she's like, he is a jealous man.
One.
Oh,
Yep. 25.
Yep.
Am I the only one seeing the
Accident.
problem?
Suspicion.
Yeah, I need to confirm something with you, Poppy.
Confirm away.
What can you tell us about this cassette tape? Is it yours?
It belongs to Freya. She liked to have music playing while she was painting, you know.
And do you know what kind of music is on this tape?
No idea. Acid jazz?
It's piano music. Sounds an awful lot like your music, to be honest.
Sure it doesn't belong to you?
Why are we even talking about this? Cassette tapes have been redundant for a good few years now.
The tape
Not in
was
this
found at
house.
the crime scene. It was in the gramophone.
It's not mine. I'd never own anything like that.
Why not?
Not my color.
But it used to be.
You used to like these colors.
Ridiculous.
We need a clue to compare with the cassette tape. Something that proves Poppy used to like these colors.
I've got it. It's those painting, or that photo.
Let's take a closer look at this.
Let's. Okay. What's the connection between these two? The pink cassette tape. Oh no, hold on. Well, let's see. Found at the crime scene matches. Well, this. Oh, I can only use it here. Okay. This, cassette tape found at the scene matches the blonde girl. Matches her. Oh, it's in her, cassette player. Used by you in this old room, an old
The
photo.
pink cassette tape found at the crime scene matches the pink cassette player used by Poppy in this old photo.
There you go.
That is not me.
Yeah, it is. I'll prove it.
Yep, let's go. It's the freckles. Or that.
You look a little different, but Fifi and Freya are pretty recognizable. It's clearly a photo of you with your two best friends.
Oh, calling them that's
Why'd you
cute.
tear it up? And then hide it?
I think the answer is pretty straightforward. Poppy doesn't want to look like that anymore.
That's it. Makes this whole thing seem kind of irrelevant.
Maybe. It depends on the reason.
The reason she doesn't want to look like that anymore?
The passage of time is a powerful thing.
Hold on. This means that pink cassette tape does belong to you, Poppy.
It used to. I recorded some piano music onto it and gave it to Freya as a gift, years ago.
Freya could have easily been listening to this tape at the exact moment she was killed. There's gotta be a connection between the tape, the gramophone, and the murder.
There's one other thing I want to know. How did it get that crack down the middle?
I have no idea.
Because there's a huge crack just at the actual crime scene. Okay, let's go meet. I assume the final person is here. Probably in his room. No, it's a workshop. Oh, he is here though.
A hammock. It's kind of worn out.
I would politely describe it as lived in. Puffer fish?
Yes. It's also a lamp, for some reason.
It's cute.
That's a massive conch shell. Do you think there's a little crab living inside?
I hope so.
It's me. I'm inside of it.
An old wooden mask.
Probably cursed.
Okay.
Nice. A real treasure chest.
How do you know there's treasure in there?
Why else would it be locked? Plus, there's a treasure map hanging directly above it.
Alright, let's find this out. Let's open it up. Oh,
What's the deal?
Not sure. We should check that treasure map too.
okay. I assume it's landmarks. Yeah. Oh man. Okay. Oh, I get it. Okay. So I need to have sea dragon, rock, and this little thing, but I'm on the island. So I need to have birds here. Is it this one? Is it this one? But they're in the wrong order. Maybe it's this. Maybe it needs to have both birds and this tree. In which case I really don't know where that would go. I have two guesses. First one is here at E3. Second one is at I4. Let's go I4 first. Oh, and I have to say which direction it's facing. North.
Nothing.
Did you check the treasure map? And what about that painting?
Okay. So how about... So it wasn't I-4 north. Maybe it's... E3? Oh, E3 north.
Still locked.
I think there's a connection. Like they're different
No, I get it. I get it. I know what the puzzle is. I know what the answer is. Let's see. Oh, it's here. It's H6, facing west. H6 west.
There we go.
There we go.
Perfect.
Heck yes.
What was in the box?
More wooden models. These are a little different to the one on the desk.
We're just taking this whole family's prized possessions from them. Models resembling a child with green hair, a woman with gray hair, a red and white bird, and a broad-shouldered man. The wooden models have been hand-painted. The paint is not skillfully applied. Also skillfully is misspelled. A pot of red paint and a brush is lying nearby. The brush has some dried red paint on it. Oh, it looks like Freya's paints. Right? Yeah, it looks exactly like her paints. But it's the wrong... It's the correct,
A little hand-painted statue.
Bottle.
How can you tell it's hand-painted?
Well, the paints are right there on the desk. Also, I mean, no offense, but you can just tell.
Oh yeah, you can tell. A wooden carving of a man holding a sword. The model has been hand-painted, but the paint is not skillfully applied. Once again, not the right spelling. Yellow, blue, black, and white paints are found nearby. This is
It's a
phrased
barometer,
bad, huh?
but it's broken.
I've never seen a barometer that wasn't broken.
Or at least one of her inspirations. Probably.
What is it?
He's an imp.
What does he do?
Well, if you tell too many lies, he appears at the end of your bed in the middle of the night.
Oh.
Oh. Okay.
Sir? Can you hear me?
He looks so
I'm
peaceful.
Private Detective Grimoire. I have some questions for you.
Grimoire. Good mysterious name. I'd rather like it. Felix Fellow at your beck and call.
And, this is my colleague, Sally.
Yeah, that's a perfectly good name as well.
Thanks.
If you would, Mr. Fellow, we really need to ask you about the murder.
Well, I must say I'm rather jealous of you two.
Oh yeah? Why's that?
Out here solving mysteries, exploring new places, uncovering secret rooms, hidden treasures. That's what life is all about.
Secret rooms?
Generally speaking, you know, that sort of thing.
I see. I like you already. I like you, good sir. This is the only person who hasn't made fun of our name.
So, Felix, what exactly
Who's
do
commented
you
but hasn't made fun of it.
do?
Is it not obvious? I'm an explorer. Explorer/treasure hunter. Yes, well, best in the world.
We're talking like curse statues, spike pits.
It's a little more sophisticated than that. But I've certainly seen my share of danger, if that's what you're asking.
And, if I may ask, when did you retire?
You listen here. I may be between ventures right now, but it's simply not in my nature to stay in one place for too long. I go wherever the winds of destiny take me.
Don't you live here with your wife and daughter?
Yes, well, the Fellow family has certain loyalties, and with Flora the way she is,
Nothing wrong with raising a family, Mr. Fellow.
Indeed.
don't misunderstand me. Fiona and Flora are my entire world. They are the greatest treasure of all.
Uh-huh.
Mm-hmm. So what about yesterday?
Why on earth would you want to know about that?
The murder of Freya Fellow. The reason we're here?
Ah, right. Nasty business. Very unfortunate. I regret that I can't be of any help, but I wish you all the best in your investigation.
Hear that, Grimoire? We're done here. Let's go.
It's a simple question, Felix. I'm sure you're up to it.
Well, there's not much to tell. Mostly, I was in my room by myself, working on Flora's, working on a project.
Your
Working
room
on
is quite
Flora's
close
what?
to Flora's tower. You didn't hear anything unusual?
What qualifies as unusual?
What have you got?
Yeah, tell me. What's your statement?
It was dusk. A feeling lingered in the air. Malevolent, perhaps. Uncertain, as life itself.
Abridged version, please.
Right. Fine. I heard someone heading down the stairs, just outside my room. The footsteps were calm, orderly, so I thought nothing of it. Shortly afterward, I heard a second set of footsteps, going the same way. This time I could tell just from the sound that something was wrong. So I looked out into the hallway. I got a glimpse of Poppy disappearing down the staircase to the floor below. Didn't know what to make of it, to be honest. I thought perhaps she'd had a disagreement with Fitz, as I know those two are close. So I looked into his room, just in case, but it was empty, as was the garden beyond his window. back in the hallway, I bumped into a very concerned-looking Penelope. She was heading up Fellow Tower to find Professor Pointer, so I escorted her. We went into Flora's room. Poor Freya was laying on the floor. Fiona, Poppy, Fitz, and Pointer were there already. Flora, too, of course. Soon enough, everyone else made their excuses and left.
Including you?
Not I. I stayed. Flora needed me.
Yeah. Tell me about Flora. Let's hear more about your wife.
Dearest Flora, a remarkable woman. Yes, been married over 20 years now.
You two still get on?
Of course. What a question.
She hasn't gone quiet on you.
It's true she has an independent streak. She's had it her whole life. She's the youngest of 3. Always something of a lone wolf, you know? Just the way she is.
Lone wolf is putting it lightly. She doesn't seem to want to talk to anyone.
She just likes time to herself, away from the company of other humans.
Other humans?
Well, yes, other people, you know.
So that means she has a non-human companion, huh? That's what I'm gathering. But, Felix, tell me about yourself.
You're the one
My phone.
currently basking in his presence. You tell me.
Let's move on.
Okay. About Fifi, your daughter.
My daughter Fiona, our little burgeoning genius. You've met her?
We did.
Yeah.
She's going by Fifi these days.
So I've heard. I asked her some weeks ago, what's wrong with your real name? She told me, get this, she wanted a name with an even number of syllables. She makes up the strangest things when she's under pressure.
What makes you think she made that up?
I happen to know the real reason she prefers Fifi over Fiona.
Oh, yeah?
It's what Freya called her.
Oh, that's cute. Oh, poor Fifi. Losing Freya.
Quite the character, eh? A fellow member of the Order of the Crimson Cloak.
Is that a real thing?
No, I just meant because we both wear, you know, red capes of a sort.
I
Has
got
she
you.
questioned you yet?
If you call that questioning, she seemed bored by everything I had to say. I heard on the grapevine, supposedly Hawkshaw is searching for some rare item. Something called the Golden Beetle.
Oh,
Honestly,
we have
it's
papers on
probably a bunch of sensationalist rubbish.
You reckon?
Quite sure. There is no treasure called the Golden Beetle.
How do you know?
Because I would have heard of it.
I see. So, Hawkshaw, who is definitely hired by Pointer, is looking for this beetle. That we found this paper in his room. Flora keeps bugs. I wonder if he's after that.
Uncommonly skilled as an artist, but Freya was so much more than her
Freya
talent.
keeps bugs.
She helped
Who's
me
Freya?
get started with my own painting, you know. It taught me what she knew about wood carving, too. Tremendous patience. She was ever so good with dear Flora.
Freya and Flora were close?
Oh, yes, especially recently.
How are you related to Freya?
Somewhat distantly, as it happens. My father, Lord Fellow, was her grandfather. Technically, that makes her a fellow. Let's just say there was some discussion over whether she ought to carry the name at all. There's a family tree in the Grand Hall. You should take a look at it.
What
Yeah.
about her inheritance?
Freya's parents died when she was around 3 years old. She came to live here shortly afterwards.
Nobody left her a thing?
I'm afraid not. She had no formal claim over anything at Tangle Tower.
And she wasn't even born at the Tangle Tower. She was born outside. Interesting.
Fitz? I don't trust him. He's slippery. Never commits to anything. Brain like an onion.
An onion?
Did you two have an argument?
No, but my daughter doesn't like him at all. And I trust Fiona's judgment entirely. She's a very vigilant young woman.
Okay, what about Pointer?
Percival Pointer. Good old... So, what do
he
you
cut
reckon?
himself off.
Is he the murderer?
I don't know, maybe. We still need...
That is not information we're willing to share at this time.
I'm just saying, keep an eye on him. Holds on to a lot of bitterness, does old Pointer. Just because he's always struggled to support his family. Slightly pathetic, really.
And how long have you known him?
Over 35 years.
Childhood friends? Rivals?
Don't know if I'd do him the honor of considering him my rival.
Wow, not even that.
Penelope seems to have really settled into a groove. She struggled a bit when she was younger. Always a little estranged.
How come?
Well, she was mostly raised by her uncle, and he really only makes time for his own daughter. Now, of course, she's bringing the two families together through her marriage. It's a nice gesture, heartfelt, but futile.
Interesting. Got Poppy.
Poppy's a good friend to my daughter, always has been. I think they get on well because they're so different.
Different like how?
Poppy is, she's quite introspective, good with feelings. Fiona, not so much. Still, Poppy always seems to be sulking about something.
The heavy, heavy price of emotional intelligence.
Okay. I'm actually really on a roll about that, the Golden Beetle, so I'm gonna come back to him.
That's all the statements.
Let's go over them all.
Let's go now, I guess. Oh, all the way to the start. Okay.
That's all the statements collected. Let's run through them all to see if anything doesn't add up.
To see if anyone's been lying.
That
I
too.
did notice a lie
Fitz and I were up
when I
in
was
the
playing
Moonlight
before.
Garden most of the afternoon. Then I heard this sound. It lasted about 3 seconds.
We thought it was coming from Flora's tower, so we went up there.
Her door was locked. Nobody was answering. So I made Fitz kick down the door.
Poppy and I went in. Freya was right there, laying on her back.
I left my tower and headed down towards the Grand Hall.
But in the hall, I spotted Uncle Pointer heading down the stairs. I vacated the library, but before I could begin my ascent, Professor Pointer appeared.
I didn't know what to do, so I ran downstairs to get Fifi.
I heard someone heading down the stairs, just outside my room.
Someone began banging on the door. I ignored it until the someone began shouting at me.
Eventually, she let me in.
I spotted Detective Hawkshaw coming out of the library.
He emerged from the Pointer staircase, crossed the hall, and begun up the fellow staircase. As I was passing through the front door, Penelope called out from behind me. I inquired about the professor, and she told me he'd gone up the fellow tower.
I told her what had happened. She didn't believe me. She got angry.
I thought she was playing a trick on me, so I punched her in the face.
I recognized Fiona's voice as well as the voice of my own daughter.
We left the room, and Poppy's father was waiting outside. He followed us upstairs.
I ran up the stairs, hoping to catch up with him, but Felix appeared and blocked my path.
Back in the hallway, I bumped into a very concerned-looking Penelope. She was heading up Fellow Tower to find Professor Pointer, so I escorted her.
Poppy left the room for a while. When she came back, she had her father with her, and Fifi too.
Felix and Penny arrived shortly after we did.
A moment later, we were gazing down on the body of poor Freya.
Then I took a sample of the red paint on the unfinished painting.
She took me down to the library. We were in there about 15 minutes.
I quickly decided that I should leave also. I took Penelope with me, and we both went back to our rooms in Pointer Tower.
I wanted to go back to my room, but I realized nobody had told Detective Hawkshaw anything.
An unremarkable hour passed before the gardener finally made his appearance.
I think she was annoyed about being made to wait outside so long, but when I told her about Freya, she fell silent.
That's disappointing.
What is?
All the statements line up with each other.
They don't just line up.
But I thought there was one that didn't line up right. Maybe I'm just misremembering.
Some of them even seem to specifically confirm each other.
Okay. So that's how the statement's gone. Okay. Let's go to Hawkshaw. Because I want to ask her about that beetle. Hey, girly.
Where did you find this?
Do you have any theories about where this might have been?
Or who might have had it?
I have several theories, but they are my theories, and I'm not going to share them.
I'm not going to share. I guess that's it.
A diary. Have you read it?
Not yet. It's locked.
And you haven't attempted to force it open?
That would be cheating.
I mean, it's not the only thing I've forced open. Okay.
And you consider that important evidence, do you?
Fair enough.
These figurines remind me of a case I once solved involving a possessed doll. Turned out to be a bit of a smokescreen, as these things often do.
Your life sounds fun. Grimoire, why don't we ever have fun adventures like that?
Are we not having a fun adventure right at this very moment?
I'd tell him not to quit his day job, but he hasn't got one, has he?
No. Fair enough. Okay. Well, since she's one of the first people he talked to, let's ask her about everyone else.
Did you get anything useful out of him?
Not sure. What about you?
Nothing worth committing to paper.
I think he knows more than he lets on.
Probably. But talking with him is so tedious. Considerably intelligent, and her powers of observation are enviable. But she has no ambition. No focus.
In her defense, she's still a teenager.
Barely. I'll say this. He's well suited to physical labor.
That's a nice way to put it.
Fitz spends most of his time alone in the greenhouse. But I heard he's been breeding experimental flowers. In secret.
Whoa, scandal.
I just wonder if he's getting restless.
Don't know what that means.
Professor Pointer's a respectable astronomer. Keeps himself to himself. What?
We're just surprised.
That was the most polite you've been about anyone.
Oh yeah, true. That's because that's her employer.
I find her rather embarrassing. Little more than a spoiled child.
Penny must be at least 25.
27. Just makes it worse.
Poppy.
Poppy has remarkable musical talent. She could be famous, wealthy even, if she wanted to.
She'd probably have to leave Tangle Tower first.
Quite.
Yeah, okay. About this bird.
A book from the library. One of hundreds, no doubt. What makes this one special?
It's about birds.
Yes, I see that.
Yes, I can tell.
3 birds, 1 cage. What makes them worth keeping cooped up, I wonder? Would they not be happier flying free?
But then they might fly away from Tangle Tower entirely.
I wonder if they would. I admit, it's powerful. Freya was a talented young woman.
Someone even liked it enough to take a photo of it.
Now, we don't know why they took the photograph, do we? Perhaps they just wanted it for reference.
I doubt it. It looks like it's part of one of those boards. Push pin boards.
This is a potential murder weapon, is it not?
I don't know. I don't think the murderer would leave the murder weapon just lying around.
I think you'd be surprised as to what people leave lying around.
To be fair, that wasn't just lying around. We broke into someone's safe, essentially, to get it.
The people here are surprisingly materialistic, considering how sheltered they are.
Materialistic?
Growing this fruit simply because it produces a gemstone-like material. For what possible purpose, other than financial gain?
You're speculating.
What would you do, Grimoire, if you could grow valuable stones straight from the earth?
Actually, I don't know. Jewelry, I guess.
Do you also have a pile of leaves as a clue?
Oh, not yet. Did you see some suspicious leaves?
The frown. That was cute. Okay. I didn't get any information like I wanted. She has that weird puzzle by her, but I still don't know how to solve that one.
I'm still not sure.
Should we take another look?
Let's look at this. Doesn't. Okay, I can't solve it yet. I want to.
Come back later.
I think I'm missing. It must be a statue. Because I have the lute, the horn, but I got an achievement that said I looked at all. Okay. I guess let's backtrack and ask people stuff. Hello, Flora. Nothing.
What do you think of your husband's hobby?
Do you have any hobbies? You haven't seen this yet, have you?
It's a little model of you. Who are the other people next to you?
I could probably bring this painting to Penny and see if she has anything to say about the little bird model.
Have you seen this book before? Do you know who it belongs to?
I really thought she was gonna say something there.
This is a photo of Fifi, isn't it? Your daughter?
Okay. Okay. Very
Do you know anything
interesting.
about these birds? Or birds in general?
Okay.
Do you know anything about this beetle?
Or beetles in general?
Do you recognize any of these feathers?
There is an extra feather here that doesn't belong for sure to any of these birds. If it could even be one of those birds. Okay, let's...
We met Felix, your husband. He's one of our suspects, and he seems pretty suspicious if you ask me. So, if you want to stick up for him, now's your chance.
Nice try. We spoke to your daughter Fifi. She's some kind of super intelligent scientist. You must be proud of her.
Take that as a nod, yes.
We spoke to Hawkshaw. I assume she didn't get anything out of you either. I bet that really ticked her off.
Do you and Fitz have anything to do with each other? Other than your initials? You know the guy in the other tower? Weird astronomy professor guy?
Can you see him from your window? Can he see you?
It's actually a good question. Can they see each other? Are these towers at like the same height?
What do you know about Penny?
I can't really imagine those two being friends, to be honest.
You never know. Do you and Poppy get along?
Nothing. Shocker. Grimoire, what could you possibly be writing down?
Oh no, I gave up making notes ages ago. Now I'm just doodling in the margins.
Of course, of course. I do the same. I can't say anything. Okay. Let's go talk to Penny. Ask her about the bird. Again.
if I'm not mistaken, that little red and white one is supposed to be a bird of some kind.
Cool. I guess that's all.
I know a lot of people rather like this painting, but it's a little much for me. I find it overbearing. And for some reason, it makes me feel bad for Freya. I think she was more troubled than we knew. Freya was very talented, even at that age.
Do you know how old this photo is?
Not sure. Must be a couple of years at least. Sometime before Fiona settled on her current style. A bit vain to carve wooden figurines of oneself, isn't it?
Perhaps. A little. Okay. I don't think I have any new people I can ask her about. Oh, Felix.
I must say, I really don't care for the den of self-delusion that he's retreated into. People are better off when they just let themselves be themselves. Between you and me, I think Felix is secretly rather miserable.
That would make sense. He seems like the type. Okay. Let's get out of here. I guess we can go to Fifi. I don't know if there's anything I actually need to talk to her about. Let's go up there for now. Ask her about her dad.
Name, Felix Fellow. Age, 53. Profession, none. Likes, collecting objects of negligible monetary value and assigning them personal value. Dislikes, the inescapable realities of human existence. Notes, Felix is my father and legal guardian.
And, is he a good dad?
I have no point of comparison, but I would say no.
No? Why not?
You asked me a binary question. Do not get upset that I provided one of the two possible answers.
What makes him a bad father, Fifi?
He has trouble expressing his emotions, and something of a willful detachment from reality.
Huh. Just like you, then.
Grimoire.
No. He is quite correct.
Okay. Like father, like daughter, I guess. Hey, we found your diary.
A book. My book.
And what's in it?
Pages.
And?
This photograph is my favorite photograph.
Aww.
So, why'd you rip it in half?
That was not me. Besides, it was not a half that was ripped off. It was only a third.
True. We already solved that one, so it's fine.
I believe Freya was attempting to communicate something through this painting.
Any idea what it was?
I am not the person to ask. All I see is a blood-red mountain with angry storm clouds brewing above it. As such, I cannot ascertain any meaning from it whatsoever.
Yeah, clearly no meaning.
It is a model of Freya, made by my father.
A model of Flora, you mean?
And a man with a beard. And a little red and white creature.
Why would my father make a model of Freya?
Yeah, good question. I didn't actually think about that until just now.
A wooden carving of my father, made by my father. Although, now that I look at it, I do not understand how he was able to paint the red parts without any red paint.
Well, we found the red paint. We just showed it to you. But good point, though. Okay, let's ask Felix about all his, the things we found in his room, because I didn't ask him anything about the objects aside from the people.
I've been carving for a couple of years now. I was hopeless when I started, but it didn't take me long to master it, as you can see.
Yes, mastered. Clearly.
Do you paint them yourself, too?
I do indeed. Freya kindly taught me the basics. Nowadays, I can make just about anything I can imagine. Of course, this particular model is a self-portrait based on hard fact.
Hard fact, huh? So, you own a sword, Felix?
Of course. I own a great many. But my weapons are stored well away from Tangle Tower. safety first and all
Yeah,
that.
of course. Yeah, yep, safety first. Okay.
Ah, you found it. What do you think, huh? I had to rush the final touches a little bit. It turned out all right, though.
What's it supposed to be?
It's Flora, of course, surrounded by all her favorite people.
Funny enough, does not include you. Maybe the bearded guy is her dad.
That's one of Freya's paintings, is it not? It's impressive, but a little miserable for my tastes. Why would someone lock up a book like that?
We think it's a secret diary.
Aha! Teenagers are funny, aren't they?
Maybe I could get Poppy to open it. I doubt it.
That looks like it might belong to Fitz.
The plant? Yeah, that belongs to Fitz.
Where did you find that?
It was in the library.
Really? How odd.
What's odd about the book being in the library, sir?
Bizarre things, aren't they? Penelope seems rather attached to them.
Do you not feel sorry for them in that little cage?
Come now, I'm sure they could leave if they really wanted to. What's this all about? Some kind of rare jewel?
I'm pretty sure the research is about a real insect.
If it's made of gold, then it's made of gold.
True. That is how that works. Being made of gold does mean it's made of gold.
Really?
It might be.
It could be. The feathers.
I'm as confused as you are. It would have been a beautiful painting. It's rather a shame Freya was unable to finish it.
Nothing about it seems strange to you.
Well, all these modern paintings are slightly strange, aren't they? The emotion of the piece taking over from, say, anatomical accuracy.
What about the knife in Flora's hand?
A knife? That's what you see?
You don't?
Well, as I was saying, Freya's artistic approach distorts certain shapes. Hard to say exactly what we're looking at.
Wait, it's the trowel. That's not
There's
a knife.
something about Felix's painting supplies. Something suspicious.
Let's ask him about it.
Hold on.
There's something about the image of Flora in the painting. Something suspicious.
Let's ask her about it.
She's not holding a knife, she's holding the trowel. Okay, so she's holding the trowel in this one, which would make sense because she's got a plant in the window here. So she's doing like gardening or something. Oh, that makes sense. Kind of.
So, about this paint we found in your room.
Nothing suspicious about it. I used it to paint, obviously. Totally normal thing to do.
We never said it was suspicious.
Come on then, out with it. What exactly are you accusing me of?
It's not your paint pot.
It's not your paint pot. Did you take it from somewhere else?
What on earth? It's definitely mine. I even have proof. Look, the lid matches the ones on all my other paint pots. End of discussion.
That's not the end of the discussion.
We need a clue to compare with Felix's red paint. Something to prove who it actually belongs to.
It's Freya's. We can compare it to Freya's paints. Oh, his are the ones with the green. I didn't realize they're different. Okay.
Let's take a closer look at this.
Yep. This was replaced with stolen, well, Freya's red paint pot was stolen and replaced with Felix's red paint pot, but the lids were swapped to hide it. and used as a murder weapon.
Freya's red paint pot was stolen and replaced with Felix's red paint pot, but the lids were swapped to hide it.
That red paint is from Freya's supplies, not yours. Swapping the lids doesn't hide what you did.
Why are you bothering me about paint anyway?
That means he had blood
None
in
of
his
this
paint
is
pot.
connected
What?
to your murder.
Why? Blood was used to fill up this paint pot. Before Freya used it to paint Flora.
Blood was used to fill up this red paint pot before Freya used it to paint Flora. Nope.
No? Is it not? Yeah, I know. Blood. Or maybe it's this. Red paint pot was somehow filled with blood before Freya used it to paint Flora.
This red paint pot was somehow filled with blood before Freya used it to paint Flora.
Okay, it's basically the same thing.
That's definitely something.
Okay.
Right. Fine. Here's the story. I was busy working on a project when I suddenly realized I had run out of red paint. There was a certain amount of time pressure, so I politely asked Freya if I could borrow hers. Just for a little while, you know. Perfectly reasonable request.
But she said no.
I tried to explain why I needed it, but she didn't seem to care. So, well, I took Freya's red paint pot and swapped it with my own empty one.
You went into her room?
Not my proudest moment, but it's just paint. I didn't touch anything else.
And the paint pot you left behind was definitely empty?
Quite. I have absolutely no idea how it got blood in it, if that's what you're asking.
Why were you in such a hurry to get a hold of red paint anyway?
I was trying to finish this in time for Flora's birthday. I needed red to paint the final details.
Could you not have just used a different color?
Out of the question. It had to be red and white.
If you managed to finish it, why haven't you given it to Flora yet?
Well, I decided against it in the end. After what happened, seemed a bit insensitive.
Fair enough. Because one of them is Freya, so I don't blame him. Okay, let's go investigate Flora. Come here, girlie, I got questions.
So, this painting, specifically that knife in Flora's hand.
Yeah,
it's not actually
it's
a
creepy.
knife.
But we didn't find a knife anywhere in the room. So what's going
Anywhere
on?
in the house, actually. It's not a knife.
It's not a knife. We need a clue to compare with the painting. Something to explain what that knife shape actually is.
Yep. It's the trowel.
That kinda makes sense, but no.
Is it not? Okay. Is it the brush?
That's not it.
Well, then something that explains the knife-like portrait. I should have it, right? Maybe it's this? The painting that she's holding?
That's not it.
Well, I don't know what it is then. Maybe it's one of the feathers? Oh, it
that
could...
kinda
No, it's
makes
from
sense.
the bird. Hold on.
We'll get to that in a minute.
Hold on. Oh, so, that was a hint that it is that. Bird book. Go to the book. It's this one.
Let's take a closer
Because the
look at
feather.
this.
I didn't even see that. The painted knife. is actually just a feather from an ink dip bird.
The painted knife is actually just a feather from an ink dip bird.
It's definitely the right shape, but the book's not in color. The thing Flora's holding in the painting is red and white, specifically. Is there anything to suggest that the ink dip bird is red and white too?
Yes. The painting. This.
This little thing? I don't understand why Felix would make a model of this bird as part of a gift for Flora. And come to think of it, why would Flora be holding a feather in the painting anyway?
I mean, the bird's extinct. The bird betrayed Flora, so she ate several birds to show her friends. Was Flora's pet, so she kept a single feather to remember it by.
The ink dip bird was Flora's pet, so she kept a single feather to remember it by.
She kept the bird as a pet, and it died?
Maybe it flew away.
Flora spends all her time staring out the window.
Oh,
By the way,
yeah.
she kept the feather. I think it was pretty important to her.
Alright, so she was holding the feather while Freya was painting her. But where is it now? You'd think she'd keep it somewhere close by.
Yeah, I think she does. Normally. This is where Flora usually keeps her feather.
Oh, it's normally in the egg. Oh, she's got egg stuff everywhere because she's obsessed with birds. Or one specific bird.
But we opened it. It's empty.
Mm-hmm. Completely empty.
Did she lose the feather?
Flora?
Are we about to hear her talk?
She's pointing at something.
Oh no. I got excited.
It's just a pile of books. They're not... Wait, there's something tucked inside this one.
Oh. Flora's drawings. Drawings of Flora and a small bird. There's a handwritten message on the back. These are for you. Love, Freya. X. Oh, it's cute. Oh, that's so cute.
I like these drawings, Flora.
Is there a reason why you wanted us to see them?
So they're drawn by Freya. So Freya knew how important the bird was to her. Or maybe she attached it to something? Because it does say Flora's drawings, as if Flora was the one who made them. Okay. I wonder if there's anything in the garden that I overlooked. I doubt it. Yeah, nothing out of the ordinary.
Giant stone frog?
Yeah, he's got
Except those aren't snowflakes. They're feathers.
Yeah, we got the feathers already. How's the tower tangling? It is certainly tangled. Trying to untangle it currently. Let's see. We can go. I want to see if Penny has anything to say about the bird. I know she already said that it went extinct, but I wonder if there's more.
It's that bird. But these must have been drawn at least a year ago. Oh, how sad.
A year ago. So she had the bird a year ago. Something happened. Let's go try to solve that puzzle that Hawkshaw has.
Is that a clock?
If it is, it's a clock.
Rotate all the dials until all 4 hands are in the correct position. Oh! Okay, I know what it means now. There.
No, that was it.
Who hasn't revealed their secret yet, besides Hawkshaw? So far it's only Felix, Flora, and Poppy that we've gotten everything from.
Nice work. What's in the box?
A little tool thing? Looks like a telescope, but I'm not actually sure what it is.
Okay. Oh, it is. Small lens. Small brass tool with a curved glass lens that has a screw at the base. Interesting. The only person I can think would know anything about this is this guy, Pointer. His first name is, I can't remember, ever. Professor Pointer, that's all I know. About this man.
What's this?
It looks like it might be a telescope. Thought you might know something about it.
Well, it certainly is a telescope. It has a part there to screw onto a tripod, you see? It's rather small, though. I'm not sure you could see many stars with it.
No, probably not.
Interesting. So maybe it's something for Fifi?
Freya was well acquainted with the abstract, I'll say that much.
What does it look like to you?
To me, it's a big, red thing.
Oh.
What a fascinating interpretation.
Thank you, very
He's
cool.
right, though. It is a big red thing.
True. Okay. Skedaddle out of here. Have I asked him about every person? I don't think so. Tell me about Felix. I know he didn't like you, so.
He should learn to make the most of his lot in life. And he does have a lot in life.
You're talking about money?
Among other things, but yes, he currently has agency over a small fortune. That is, if he hasn't already squandered it or lost it.
You two don't get on?
Oh no, we're the best of friends.
Okay, what about Fifi?
Ah, yes, the heiress of Tangle Tower. Goodness knows what'll happen when she takes charge. I dare say she'll confiscate my telescope and replace it with a microscope.
She doesn't seem to be the type to impress her will on others.
Still, keep an eye on her. Dangerously intelligent, that one.
I like her.
You sound jealous. Wait, are you two science rivals?
Oh no, we operate on very different wavelengths. Literally.
Okay. About Penny.
Ah, Penelope, our resident ornithologist.
Penny's your niece, is that right?
At this moment in time. Until she marries the gardener.
She'll still be your niece.
But she'll depart from the world of the Pointers and join the Fellows. Like rats deserting a sinking ship.
Oof. The whole thing is that they're uniting the family, but okay. So let's ask Fifi about the telescope. Because it is pretty small. Hey, Fifi. Fifi. Okay.
This belongs to Professor Pointer, does it not?
No, I don't think so.
Well, who else would own such a pointless little telescope?
It's a telescope.
Oh, yes. It has a telescopic lens. It could only be used for looking at things that are far away.
But he didn't seem to recognize it, so. This man is bursting with envy and small telescope energy. Yeah,
drew these.
real.
Yeah, I think so. There's a note on the back.
But she never showed them to me.
Well, I think it was a gift for your mother. Like a private thing between Freya and Flora.
She doesn't seem to understand that. Okay. Small telescope energy. I can't get over it. Okay, let's talk to Fitz. It's been a while since we talked to him. Hey buddy, I forgot you were over in the corner. Hey big man, tell me about Felix.
Felix is a contradiction. His loyalties are placed firmly within the realm of materialism. money, property. But his ego relies on an entirely fraudulent self-image, don't you think?
Mm-hmm.
I was just about to say the same thing.
I like Fitz.
Fifi doesn't like me.
What did you do?
I'm not sure. If you find out, maybe you can let me know.
Sure thing, man.
I imagine you don't visit the astronomy tower too often, do you?
No, but I still see Pointer, sometimes. He's always curious about what I'm growing in the greenhouse. Asks me about the birds, too, and insects. He's pretty clued up on his evolutionary biology.
I didn't think there was much overlap between astronomy and biology.
I mean, I can see a link.
Penelope is my fiancée.
Don't take this the wrong way, but Penny doesn't really strike me as your type.
She's not who she pretends to be. People think she's... well, they make assumptions.
And how's the relationship doing recently?
Good. It's good.
Oh, I don't know if that's genuine or...
Poppy and I are friends.
Oh, I can buy that. Dark clothes, blue hair, an average of 3 words per sentence. Oh, you like 2 peas in a pod.
She's very kind, and she has an interest in plants. Unusual flowers, mostly. I've been teaching her.
Right.
Is something wrong?
Oh, I hope they're not insinuating anything.
A flower.
Yeah, it's a flower. We found it in Penny's room.
Okay.
Mean anything to you?
Why would it?
Come on.
I don't really go into Penny's room or anywhere in Pointer Tower. I just don't have a reason to.
How about this trowel we found in your room?
This is yours, Fitz?
Yeah.
Do you use it?
I keep all my tools in the greenhouse.
That wasn't what she asked.
I mean, it wasn't in his greenhouse, so I don't imagine he actually uses it for anything.
I've seen beetles with brightly colored shells, metallic shells even. They're relatively common, especially around here. There's a difference between that and actual gold.
It can't be actual gold. Gold is just inside the earth or whatever. You can't make it. That's called alchemy. It was a whole thing.
Yeah, it was. It was a whole thing. I guess I can ask him about birds.
Penelope's 3 favorite birds. She's very protective over them.
Are they, like, her pets? Do they have names?
Oh, they have names. Penelope loves to name things.
Do you remember what she named them?
I do not.
Fair enough.
That's quite sweet, really.
It is. It is very sweet.
Did Freya draw these?
Yeah. There's a note on the back, too.
She was even closer to Flora than I realized.
Interesting.
You ever seen this before, Fitz?
No, but I don't normally go into Fifi's room.
That's not where we found it.
Oh, I just thought it looks like it belongs to her.
Yeah, I investigated Fifi on it already.
Looks like someone doesn't want you to read that book.
That's the main thing making me want to read it.
Okay. About this.
Freya's best work, in my opinion.
Oh.
Although the photo doesn't carry the same energy as the real thing.
What do you think it's a painting of?
What do you mean?
Like, what's the subject matter? What's that big red thing?
Oh, I don't think it's that kind of painting.
It's more like an emotional thing.
Penelope knows about birds. You should ask her instead.
Actually,
Okay.
I wanted to ask you about something. There's a plant mentioned on this page, see? Do you have any? In the greenhouse?
No, I don't grow that anymore. I've tried, in the past. It's incredibly difficult, even for me. I could never get it to live more than a couple of weeks.
Oh, but Freya has it in her... I just realized.
There's something about the report of Fitz going up Pointer Tower. Something suspicious.
Let's ask him about it.
Give me a second. I'm brain blasting right now. Okay, so in this, she has the plant, and it's in her tower. So it must be like special to Think Dipper, because like Same age, definitely the same flower, or same plants. So, that would, I mean, it lines up. It just furthers it. Okay, Fitz, tell me more. I'm suspicious of you.
So, Fitz, I have a report that you were seen sneaking up Pointer Tower, holding a knife.
That's not right. I don't go into Pointer
God,
Tower.
Grimoire.
I don't own a knife. And I don't sneak. Was it Fifi who told you this?
How did you know that?
A guess. She doesn't like me very much. But yeah, she was mistaken. Maybe she wasn't wearing her eye lens thing.
What do you think, Grimoire?
Fifi did see Fitz, but he was not holding the knife.
Fifi did see Fitz, but he was holding something else.
So, if it wasn't a knife, what was it?
It was the trowel. It's very knife-like.
What about this?
Ah, that.
Is it yours?
It was a gift. It's sentimental. I have no reason to take it up Pointer Tower. I don't use it at all.
Let's see. Is there a reason for Fitz to go up Pointer Tower? The ornate trowel. It was used by Fitz to look after a potted flower in Penny's room.
An ornate trowel is used by Fitz to look after a potted flower in Penny's room.
That flower.
Yes.
I've never seen it before.
Right.
We need a clue to compare to that flower. Something that proves its connection to Fitz.
Okay. Something to compare directly with the potted flower from Penny's room. I mean, the fact that he does plants. That's the only thing I can really think of right now.
Let's take a closer look at these.
Yep. I'm right. Brilliant. Oh, the dirt. The pot and soil. Yeah, it's the same. In Penny's room. Matches pot and soil found in Fitz's greenhouse.
The pot and soil in Penny's room matches the pot and soil found in Fitz's greenhouse. Let me guess. Penny's flower was originally a gift from you, Fitz. There's no way it's a coincidence.
No way what's a coincidence?
The flower. It looks exactly like Penny.
Yeah. I thought it looked
Took me
more
a
like
long
Flora,
time to
but
breed. I wanted the colors to be exactly right.
That's some gift.
Turns
That's
out
so
Penny
cute.
isn't particularly interested in looking after plants. So I go into her room every now and again, when she's not there. Water the flower, change the soil, just trying to keep it alive.
Aww. That's so cute. Genuinely, I love that. Oh, I love Fitz. Ah! I like him even more now. The poor guy. I think I've spoken to her about everyone and everything. Oh, Felix.
Foregone drifter, holding fast. Days as shadow seeker past. Is it bravery or surrender? Accepting that your world will render nothing darker than the gloom. Some four walls make around a room.
Okay, what about this diary?
Was that Fifi's diary? I'm sure I've seen it in her room before.
That's where we found it.
Have you ever read it? Do you know what's written in there?
Nope. I'm sure she wouldn't appreciate me invading her privacy.
I thought you and Fifi were close friends.
Yeah, we are. It's just Fifi's gotten kinda impatient with me recently.
Do you know why?
I'm not sure.
I'm sure she'd tell you if you asked.
Oh, she would. She'd give it to me straight. Probably why I've been avoiding it.
Oh, I understand that. I don't blame you. It does look a lot like Penny now that I think about it. I didn't think about it like that before. That's funny.
I think everybody sees something different.
Did Freya ever tell you what she saw in it?
Not exactly. She said something about it being from a recurring nightmare.
Sorry, but if it was from a nightmare, why would you paint it and leave it in front of your bed?
Maybe she wanted to take control of it. Giving something a physical form can make it easier to deal with. Well, sometimes.
True. Okay. Gosh, what else? Sheet music? I mean, this came from your room, so you know what it is.
Yeah, it's mine.
Oh, can you play it for us?
Can you play the tune for us?
Sure. It's literally 8 notes. I have it memorized.
I don't know if there's anything to that.
Should we ring the...
Why would we not? It's a little melody.
It's not the same. Okay. For now, let's go back to Poppy. See if there's anything else we can glean from her.
That belongs to Flora, I think. Never seen that one before. Was it in the greenhouse?
No, we found it in Penny's room.
Right.
Oh, right? Poppy, are you maybe jealous?
I see a lot of birds up in the rooftop garden. They seem to really like it up there.
Why's that?
It's quiet. I don't know what that is.
Weird, considering we found it hidden in your room.
Well, my room is full of junk. There's probably a bunch of stuff hidden in there. I don't mean like... Please stop talking to me.
Okay. Beetle?
You get some weird insects around here. I've never seen one like that.
I'm not sure anyone has.
Freya might have. She used to keep beetles
That's
in a
what
box.
I was thinking, but we can't ask Freya.
Why?
For fun, obviously. How sweet. Did you find that in Fifi's room?
No. Should we have?
No, it's just... It looks like something she'd use, don't you think?
True.
This is a photo of Fifi and Freya, right?
Yeah, asking people about...
How come you're not in it?
Poppy's
You're friends with them
about
too,
other
aren't
people.
I'm not really one for photographs.
Fifi looks like she really admires Freya.
Fifi's loyalty to Freya is unshakable.
But yeah, I love her like dialogues for all these people. It's so cool. I just love the poetry.
I think it's kind of cruel to keep 3 birds in one cage like that.
Does Penny not let them out to fly?
Oh, she does. She must do. But I don't think they're allowed to go far. Penny can be a little protective. Is that supposed to be Flora?
Possibly.
Oh, how nice. Whose paints are those?
They belong to Felix, I think.
Yeah, okay. That's all.
There's something about that diary
get-
we found in Fifi's room.
Good. I'm glad.
Something suspicious.
Let's ask her about it.
Yeah, let's go. Hey, Fifi.
Is this your diary, Fifi? We found it in your bedroom.
Of course it is mine. Ridiculous question.
Why is it locked up like that?
You seriously require an explanation. Very well. A fairly common concept, the so-called secret diary is favored in particular by girls between the ages of 10
So, there are secrets written
She's yapping.
This particular diary is unused.
It doesn't look unused.
It's Fifi's and she has written in it. Duh.
It's Fifi's diary and she has written in it.
I'm not sure about that.
Me neither.
This particular diary is unused.
It doesn't look unused.
That's not the right answer? It's not a diary?
It's not a diary at all.
I'm not sure about that.
Me neither.
So this particular diary...
It doesn't look unused.
Somebody else's, I guess?
It's somebody else's diary.
Maybe it's Freya's?
How could you arrive at that conclusion? It is kept in my bedroom. It is mine.
We need a clue to compare with the diary. Something to prove who the original owner was.
Oh wait, she's literally holding it. Okay.
Let's take a closer look at this.
We're gonna act like I caught onto that a lot quicker. She's literally holding it. This blue book is somewhat similar to, or is the same thing as the secret diary, which proves it belonged to Freya.
This blue book is the same thing as the secret diary, which proves it belonged to Freya.
You were hiding Freya's diary in your room, and you kept it locked, too.
Why would I do either of these things?
I don't know. Keeping secrets for Freya? Why would Fifi be hiding Freya's diary? Freya... didn't want anyone to see personal secrets. Maybe drawings? Didn't want anyone to see drawings? Maybe that's it.
Freya didn't
No,
want
that's
anyone
not
to
right.
see drawings within Freya's diary. Nope.
Personal secrets?
Freya didn't want any. Almost. Maybe just change.
One thing, huh? Oh, Fifi didn't want anyone to see.
Fifi didn't want anyone to see personal secrets within Freya's diary.
Is this true, Fifi?
I know Freya was your friend, but if you're trying to hide something...
You did not know Freya, so this might be difficult to understand. She did her own thing, in her own way. By concealing Freya's written accounts, it is simply my intention to preserve her innocence.
Innocence?
Might be easier if you just let us read the diary, Fifi.
Very well. I will open it. However, as you read it, please remember, Freya was the most kind and the most wise person I have ever known.
Interesting.
Alright, Fifi unlocked the diary.
Finally. What's in there?
Okay. It's back in the flesh this time. Was it me? Did I let it out? Maybe I should rip up that painting. Soulbearer works. Impressive little thing. I have 2 now. Need 2 more. Found my way into the middle. Surprisingly simple compared to the harp. I saw them, all 5. Eyes blacked out. Despite everything, I still have a promise to keep. I'll do my best. She could do with a little company. Okay. So this is probably related to the painting that she made. Soulbearer works. Impressive little thing. I have 2 now. Soulbearer? Found my way into the middle. Surprisingly simple compared to the harp, which is the harp drum, like, puzzle outside. I wonder if there's anything I can do with that now? I doubt it.
I'm still not sure.
Should we take another look?
Because she's definitely talking about this. Oh. Oh, I kind of get it. Okay.
Let's come back later.
Okay. She found herself in the middle, despite the heart. Or compared to the heart. All 5 eyes blacked out. Okay.
It's quiet.
Mm-hmm.
You're
It's
supposed
not
to...
an appropriate amount.
It's
Well, I
quiet.
keep accidentally
Not an
clicking on
appropriate
things. Get me out of here. Wonder if I can bring Hawkshaw this.
A wooden trunk.
I want one.
Hey, Hawky.
A diary.
Not yet.
Okay,
And
no.
you-
That would be cheap.
About this telescope.
This belongs to you, Hawkshaw?
Correct.
Oh!
And,
It's hers?
what is it?
It's my handheld microscope for up-close investigation work.
That makes sense.
What do you magnify with it?
Trace particles, dust, oils, clothing fibers.
Have you used it here at Tangle Tower?
I have. I used it to examine the greenhouse only 2 days ago.
What were you looking for?
That is between myself and my client.
The beetle, right? That's what I imagine.
Does Flora still own that bird? Do you know?
Don't think so. The drawings are from a few years ago.
I see.
There's something about Hawkshaw's handheld microscope. Something
Yeah. Okay.
suspicious.
Let's ask her about the beetle finally.
Let's ask her about it.
Hawkshaw, what do you know about the beetles?
This little microscope thing? You said you used it to search the greenhouse.
And this would make perfect sense if you knew what my client had asked me to find. Of course, I still have no intention of disclosing that information.
You're such a tease, Hawkshaw. Don't worry, we already worked out what you're searching for.
Yep, the beetle.
You're not as hopeless as you look.
Thanks.
So, that's what you were looking for in the greenhouse? This beetle?
Surely even you can understand the logic of it. The greenhouse is home to a great many insects. The gardener could have easily kept the beetle hidden in there.
Well, Fitz said you questioned him, but didn't actually search the greenhouse.
He is not exactly the type to appreciate subtlety. He simply didn't notice that I was using my microscope.
What do you reckon, Grimoire?
I know for a fact she didn't use the microscope in the greenhouse.
It's not a microscope. Hawkshaw doesn't know how to use it, because it goes on a tripod.
Hawkshaw doesn't know how to use it.
You sure about that?
Not entirely. I know for a fact she didn't use the microscope in the
Oh,
greenhouse.
never mind. It's not a microscope.
It's not a microscope at all.
All of a sudden, Detective Grimoire is some kind of expert on microscopes.
Well, not me necessarily, but it's more of a telescope. A handheld microscope uses a telescopic lens. According to Fifi, uses a telescopic lens. Which makes it a murder weapon. So Hawkshaw lied.
The handheld microscope, according to Fifi, uses a telescopic lens, so Hawkshaw lied about it. I'm inclined to believe Fifi when it comes to stuff like this.
Hawkshaw, why did you lie about owning a telescope?
When you were a child, what did you aspire to become?
Oh. This is
A
sudden.
detective? Naturally.
Emperor of the Galaxy.
I wanted to be an astronomer.
Really?
I harbored a desire to understand the secrets of the wider universe. A fool's errand, to be sure, but a seductive one. At 15, I decided instead to apply my intelligence to the world around me. And so, I became a detective. but the yearning for elusive knowledge is a powerful force. I try to keep it with me.
Sorry, but we're way off track. What's the deal with the little telescope?
A memento from my childhood. Little more than a toy.
Why did you bring it with you?
When I discovered that it was Professor Pointer who had hired me, I dared to consider it something of a planetary alignment. I had hoped he might sign my telescope.
Aww.
An extremely childish indulgence, I admit.
I never would have guessed.
Hold on. You're admitting you didn't use it in the greenhouse then?
Correct. As it happens, I have no need to search the greenhouse to such a degree. Professor Pointer doesn't consider the gardener a suspect in our theft investigation.
So, who is your suspect?
Things have become complicated. My lead suspect is your murder victim.
That's what I thought. Interesting. Let's see what we have now. Yeah, we don't have her relation to everyone else. Damien Dusk is her father, Felicia Fell is her mother. They're both deceased. Close friends, definitely a friend. Client and lead suspect. Fifi doesn't really like any of these people particularly. I don't know why it doesn't have enemies here. If they even do enemies. I love the little drawing of Freya. It's so cute. Pandora was your mother's name, Penny? That's so cool. Hyrie, yeah. Okay.
It's Tangle Tower,
oops.
or at least it's the match.
Accident. Okay. What else can I ask her about? Nothing, I guess. I mean, just stuff that's not particularly important.
Is that a clue?
Dunno. It was important enough to be framed, though.
I framed my law degree, doesn't make it a clue.
Same? Yeah?
Yeah?
Some breed of amphibious humanoid. Potentially bipedal. Although none of the statues show the creature's feet.
I guess we'll never know.
Okay.
One of 3 statues depicting the same creature. This one is wearing headphones. Perhaps they belong to someone who likes music.
They're not headphones. They're earmuffs. For blocking out sound.
Perhaps they belong to someone who doesn't like music. Who's that?
The immediate
Not
change
sure.
up.
It doesn't really look like anyone we've met so far.
Strange. A photograph of Freya. Could be important.
Okay. So we've asked her about everything. Let's... I don't know where there would be another... I think I got all the statues. Who have we not spoken to in a little while? Maybe I'm missing more clues. Hold on.
What is that?
I think it's a family tree.
Yeah, it's the family tree.
Lady Remington.
I think I have one of those in my bag. Lord Remington.
He sounds important.
Okay. Oh, Lord Fella had 2 wives. Or at least 2 relationships. So Felicia, Flint, and Felix are all siblings. And then Freya came from Felicia and Damien. who I assume is like the youngest, Felicia being the youngest sibling. Felix got with Flora, Florine. So... Interesting.
Pretty.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, the bird was on there.
What?
I think it's a family tree. Pretty.
It's the ink dip. Oh, that's a funny little thing.
It's a big glass
There are
tube.
weeds in there.
It's an aquarium?
Could be. Except there's nothing living in it anymore.
Hmm.
It's not locked.
A door.
Oh, what's behind it?
A room. Finally.
It's not that spooky.
Don't ruin this. Finally. Don't ruin this. Finally. Don't ruin this.
Okay. What is this? Oh, it's a hint thing. That makes sense. So I assume I did miss something.
There's something kinda... I just expected a bit
Oh, does it not compare to all the other astronomers? A bell jar. It's empty.
What do people normally keep in bell jars?
Other than bells, you mean? It's tidier than my desk. Oh, the notebook is untouched. It's completely blank.
So? Even the most well-used notebooks start off blank.
It's tidier than my desk.
So? Even the most well-used notebooks start...
It's a chart of the solar system. Which planet are you from, Sally?
We already solved it.
Yeah. And that's what we got from it. What else could there be to search?
It's too cloudy to see any stars right now.
It's also daytime.
True.
Every astronomy tower needs a telescope.
I want to try.
Oh, okay. I can just push him out of the way. He's staring directly at her. Hello?
It's the tower opposite this one.
It's that little plant Flora keeps on the window ledge.
Don't you think it would fall off? In the wind.
Maybe it's glued down.
I can just about see the gramophone. You can see right into Flora's room.
Not by accident.
I can see Flora, but she's not looking this way. She's looking up. Behind her is the backside of the easel holding Freya's unfinished painting.
Wait, so he would have been in his room when the murder happened.
I can't really see anything.
So he could have been able to
not from
see
this
into
angle.
the room. Of course, the knockdown door.
I can see the doorway. It leads into the hall. The door itself is on the floor, knocked off its hinges.
Okay.
It's the tower opposite this one.
Okay.
Hold on. I think we might have missed something.
What is it? What did I miss?
The rooftop garden is right underneath Flora's window.
Yes. This window?
Is that a window?
I think it is.
Is there another room
Oh.
above Flora's room?
Above Flora's?
We should check that next time we're over there.
Okay.
Isn't this supposed to be an astronomy telescope? I'm pretty sure you need to see the sky for astronomy to work.
I can't move it. I think this is just how it's set up.
There's something about Pointer's astronomy habits.
Yeah, it's kind of creepy.
Something suspicious.
He's looking straight into
Let's
Flora's
ask him about
room.
it.
Hey, bro.
So, Professor, what interests you about astronomy exactly?
It's not a matter of being interested. Once you expand your mind to the wider universe, it cannot be unexpanded.
Mm-hmm. And how long have you been an astronomer?
I really don't like to give exact values unless I'm sure I can quantify them.
Convenient.
Why do you ask me these things?
I have a theory about you, Professor.
Oh? Go on.
You're not really interested in astronomy.
You're not really interested in astronomy at all.
What could you possibly mean by that?
I think you're interested in a slightly different field of research.
That sounds creepy. You're interested in flora. How do I say that? Oh no, the bug. Duh. He's investigating that.
I don't have time for tiny, insignificant insects. My studies focus only on the inconceivably large and the unimaginably far away.
Right. That's why you like using your telescope so much.
Yes, naturally. My little portal into another world.
Yeah, about that.
Yeah, you're not looking at the sky, and it literally can't look at the sky. Pointer's telescope was actually looking at the crime scene. And not up at the sky.
Pointer's telescope was actually looking at the crime scene and not up at the sky.
First, you accuse me of being a lowly entomologist. Now you're accusing me of, what, spying?
Are you spying?
Why would I need to spy on Flora?
Why? Because you lost your golden beetle specimen, and it's made you paranoid. You think somebody stole it from you.
Might not have been Flora you were spying on. Might have been Freya.
It's a very precious specimen. Incredibly rare. Valuable in ways you could never understand. Freya was always sneaking around, both towers and in the gardens too. She was definitely up to something.
So, this next question is important. You were looking to Flora's room around the time of the murder. Did you witness the crime, Professor?
No, I didn't. When I looked into the room, Flora was already lying on the floor.
Flora was?
You mean Freya?
No, Flora. She was lying by the window. I couldn't see Freya at all. It was fairly dark. The telescope isn't at a very good angle. That's why I decided to head over there myself. I needed to know what was going on.
This changes your statement, doesn't it?
No, everything I told you in my statement was true.
Apart from the reason you left your tower in the first place.
Right.
Interesting.
Let's go over what we know about the crime scene.
Later.
Freya was definitely up to something.
Something to do with the statue in the garden, I think.
Maybe we should go back and check.
Not right
We
now.
could have missed something.
I want to go look into that extra room. That's interesting. Oh, it's creepy. I like this.
It's a statue of a wolf,
Oh?
standing up straight, like a man.
You know there's a name for that.
I know.
It's not quite as dusty as everything else up here. Also, it's not a statue. It's stuffed.
Oh.
What's in that little box? I bet it's bones. A skull, at least.
You know, maybe I won't open it.
No, I want to know. Open it. Coward.
Just dusty junk.
At least the moths are kept well fed. Someone painted out the window.
Painted it out.
Do you think it was done recently?
No idea. Either way, it's pretty suspicious.
Yeah.
What is that?
Not sure. Some kind of reel?
Looks like it might attach to something.
Brass reel with a screw at the top. Rolled around the reel is a length of fine red rope. Interesting.
It's a jar. The head screws off.
Oh.
Huh.
That's cool. I like that.
Nothing catching my interest.
I'm sorry, is this spooky attic boring you?
Kinda.
Just dusty junk.
Where's that light coming from?
No, it's just daylight, I think. There's a decent gap between those floorboards.
That's a lot of daylight. Oh. It is directly over the murder scene.
It is? Is that what I think it is? Is that what I think it is?
Interesting. Oh, that's weird. Okay. Let's get out of here. Go to here. Hey, you weren't here before, little crab guy.
This wasn't here before.
What is it?
It's a little wooden toy. Looks kind of like a crab.
There's a note stuck to the back.
What does it say? Grimoire?
This is my new friend. He likes music. Simple melodies will move his soul. Best of luck, you two. Freya. Huh. Freya left this? I know what to do with it.
What do you think? Is it really from her?
How can it be?
Why don't we check the handwriting with Freya's diary?
Good idea. Hold on.
Well?
It's a perfect match.
Well, it's confirmed. We have a ghost helping us.
Let's keep this to ourselves for now.
What about the little wooden toy thingy?
Maybe we can put it to some kind of use.
I know how to use it. Oh. Unfinished business. Ooh. Ooh, we're in the second part of the mystery. Interesting. Okay. Well, let's go back over our notes and stuff over here. Crime scene.
We know a little more about the crime scene now. So, what do you think? Was Freya stabbed by her own painting?
For sure not. She was painting with it. Was used to paint over the red tip of the painted ink tip feather. Hold on, let's do this. Blood from the paint pot, maybe this. Red was replaced to hide the evidence.
Paint from the paint pot was...
Hold on. Paint from the paint pot was replaced by blood. Where did it come from? Where did it go? Where did it come from? Cotton Eye Joe. Blood from the paint pot was used to paint the red tip of the painted ink dip feather. But for what? To resemble the knife?
Blood from the paint pot was used to paint the red tip of the painted ink dip feather to resemble a bloody knife.
I think you're right. Can't decide if I'm disappointed or relieved.
I have a question. Why?
Either it's a very strange coincidence, or somebody set it up.
Somebody deliberately put blood in the paint pot and hid that feather after the crime. Why? To distract us?
Possibly.
Well, it worked.
Possibly.
Flora's the only person who could have hidden the feather, unless someone took it from her.
Let's go over what we do know. The door was locked the whole time. It stayed locked until Fitz kicked it down. Normally, it can only be opened from the inside. Pointer said he couldn't see Freya from his telescope, but he did see Flora, lying by the window.
So whatever got Freya, got Flora too?
Except Flora survived. She didn't get a stab wound like Freya did.
Hold on. If there was no knife, then what did stab Freya?
It could be anything. It might not even be important.
How is it not important?
Right now, I'm less interested in the what, and more interested in the how.
The angle of Freya's wound suggests she was stabbed at a perfect right angle. That is, from directly in front of her. But she was standing right up by the canvas.
Somehow, Freya ended up lying on her back, still perfectly in line with a painting.
Maybe something went through it.
Through the painting? Wouldn't that leave a hole?
Okay, well, how about this? How do we know Freya was stabbed before she fell over? Maybe her being stabbed and her falling over are completely unrelated.
That would imply what I've been thinking about, which is that she stabbed herself to use the paint, and maybe the shock from her doing that caused Flora to kind of fall over because she was so surprised by it. And if so, that's haunting, actually. Let's go over here and see if this gets any reaction from the tablet. So the bell, okay, it puts it down for me, cool. Now I can solve that, riddle though. Hey, Poppy, play this tune for me again. Play another one.
Yeah, it's mine.
Can you play the tune for me?
Sure.
Where's my crab thing? Or did it just not have a reaction to that one? Okay, it did, okay.
Oh, whatever it is, it's...
While it is, the music's gotta practice.
What's with all the broken glass?
I don't know what else has made music. I guess the gramophone. Okay. That's a thing. The gramophone made music. I mean, technically, made music. End quote.
It's piano music.
Mm-hmm. Maybe this one will have something.
Weird. It's someone humming a tune.
There we go. Heck yeah. Humming. And now there's one more. The birds. I remember the bird on the statue. So let's go to Penny's room. We still now have her little suspicion thing. Interesting.
Is that for sewing?
No.
Maybe.
We have no idea.
It's way too thick to be for sewing.
I don't know what that is.
You know, those kind of look like what your stuff would
I
probably
don't
use
like
to hang
mirrors.
up.
They steal your soul.
How do you get your hair so symmetrical without using a mirror?
I do it by weight. I can feel if one side is heavy.
Okay.
An especially fancy cage.
And it's home to 3 especially fancy birds. They're bird cage, but the birds are...
Is that a metaphor?
Oh, it totally is.
My little writing desk.
There's nothing written in the book, although someone's... Check out that butterfly.
It's cool.
Looks evil.
Wow, judgmental.
Bird diagrams. Hand-painted.
They're beautiful. Someone really knows their stuff.
Where else were there birds? I feel like I remember.
It's another
He's playing
piece also.
well, they're not headphones. They're earmuffs.
Where did I hear a bird? Hold on. I have to travel around now. I totally remember hearing... Here, okay. Okay.
That's all 4 melodies, I think.
Yeah.
So, what do we do with them?
Should we go back to the gardens again?
Yep. Let's go to the statue.
Let's try this again.
You know, I think we might be able...
I accidentally cut him off, but I pretty much knew what he was gonna say.
Looks like he's playing a...
Use some kind of harp.
Did you not know? A little handheld one.
Liar.
It's the truth, I swear.
I guess that's wrong.
Is it? I mean, these look pretty close. Oh, this one's wrong. Okay.
That's gotta be right.
Nothing. Maybe it's broken.
Wait, do you hear that?
Oh. Oh! There's
Are we
that
gonna
hidden
go
room.
Yeah, but there's a couple of things I want to do first.
Okay. Complete the suspicion, collect all clues. So I am missing something.
It's quiet.
Mm-hmm.
You're
It's
supposed
not. It's an appropriate amount.
Let's see. I am actually gonna grab hints from this. Not yet time to get eaten. It's a Freya's room, so I missed something in Freya's. There was just so much in her room.
That's weird.
What did you find in the drawers?
Nothing. They're completely empty.
Okay.
Do you think this was always supposed
I don't know.
No windows either. There's no natural light in here at all.
Check your suspects in the files for which ones you
I
haven't
like it.
done. Oh, true. Oh. Huh. See the small faded symbols? Hold on. Small faded ones? Oh, these? Oh, yeah. Okay. I mean, I know it's just Penny that I haven't gone through with completely. Or no, Penny and... Yeah, no, Penny. I'm missing 2 clues, so that might be why.
Drawings, taped up on the wall.
What's that one on the left?
Looks like 2 people standing together in a garden. One of them's holding a red rose.
Oh, this is what I thought was happening too. A drawing of Poppy and Fitz standing in the garden. Fitz is holding a red rose. A drawing of Fifi, and a drawing of Detective Hawkshaw. Ooh, that's spicy. It could be very potentially spicy.
Just little trinkets.
Let's leave them alone.
Let's go ask Penny what she thinks of this. Hey Penny, darling, mi amor.
Very nice.
You've seen these before?
Yes.
All of them.
Oh.
Even this one of...
Yes.
Oh. So there's one more clue. Did we solve the puzzle in Penny's room? Which puzzle?
Bird diagrams.
They're beautiful. So much.
I feel
Wrong
like I'm
thing.
standing in a giant... My little writing desk.
There's nothing written in the book.
Oh, okay. I'm not in her actual. I'm in the aviary. Here we go. Okay. I don't remember where the drawing or the. Hold on, I'll click around.
A little bedtime.
Let's see. Romance novel.
And what?
This one.
Nice.
Traveling cases.
Empty. All of them.
anything in there.
Bed sheets.
That's not even remotely suspicious. Traveling cases.
Empty. All Penny's books.
Oh, right, the
It's a
birds, the
birdhouse.
birds,
Are
the
those
birds.
real
Okay.
birds?
No, I didn't solve this one. The birds. Swap the position of the 7 birds. So I feel like they're all at different stages of wakefulness. Or no, it's like a family tree. Okay. So take this one and we'll put it up here with a closed mouth. So between them... here maybe?
Nope.
No.
There must be something to do with those white lines.
I feel like I'm close though. So it's definitely a family tree. Has to be a partially...
Nothing.
I think the birds are...
Does it say singing to each other? Oh! I get it. I think I get it. I think I understand. Wait, okay. I think I get it? Maybe?
I guess that's wrong.
It's a family tree. The colors and eyes combine.
No,
You'll
okay.
need to start with blue and yellow at the top.
Well, I have blue and yellow up there now. The birds have nice colors. Yeah, okay. Blue and yellow. They make green. Here.
I guess that's wrong.
It's a family. You'll need to start with blue and yellow.
Blue and, yeah. Blue and yellow, because they're... Oh, I would say because they're primary colors, but they're not the only ones. Oh, this? And then this, because green and brown.
I got it.
There we go. Close.
I'm impressed. Did the door open? What's in there?
Now I'll get her. A ripped piece of paper crumpled into a ball. The red flower petals were found inside. Messages angrily scrawled on the paper. Now we'll get her. Red flower petals originate from the red roses growing on the rooftop garden. Penny? Penny? I have questions. I have questions, darling. Yeah, you're certainly protective.
That's rather strange now, isn't it?
Yeah.
We found it in your room.
Just lying around, was it?
Nope. You'd hidden it, but we found it.
We do that.
Who's the her in the message? And what's the deal with the petals?
It's really none of your business.
Yeah, Fitz mentioned you being protective, but now I really get it.
There's something about those petals we found. Something.
Let's ask her about it.
Yep. Come here, baby girl.
So... yeah, we found this.
Oh, that's nothing.
You wrote, "Now I'll get her," on a piece of paper and hid it in your room. That's not nothing.
Actually,
The
it's
eyes.
not the message I wanted to ask about. It's those red flower petals.
The petals.
They're from red roses.
They're from red roses. And there's only one place in Tangle Tower with red roses.
We need a clue. Something that shows the roses. And who they belong to.
I mean, they belong to a flower, but they're on Freya's paintings.
It's a drawing of Fitz and Poppy in the rooftop garden. See what Fitz is holding?
I can't imagine what you're getting at, but it doesn't matter. I couldn't have taken anything from the rooftop garden. It's only accessible from Fitz's room or Poppy's room. How could I have taken something from a garden to which I have no access?
Is it really only accessible from those 2 bedrooms?
For most people, it would be. But don't forget, Penny's the resident ornithologist.
Oh.
My dears, what are you accusing me of?
Oh, I didn't even think about that one. Okay. One of Penny's birds was used to spy on Poppy and Fitz and steal evidence from them, I guess.
One of Penny's birds was used to spy on Poppy and Fitz and steal evidence from them. We know those two have been spending time together in the rooftop garden. I'm guessing you got paranoid. Wanted to know what they were up to.
I'm just not the jealous type. I would never suspect Fitz of anything like that.
Sorry, my second
Besides,
screen
Tabitha
just went
hardly
out. Hold
ever
on a
leaves her
second.
cage.
I gotta turn it off so it won't just be a dark screen where I can't do anything.
She's certainly never flown up to the rooftop garden.
We need a clue to compare with Penny's birds. Something to prove one of them has been in the rooftop garden.
Okay. Something to prove. Well, it's the feathers.
Let's take a closer look at these.
Which one is it? It's the green one's the most obvious. This feather was left behind by Penny's yellow birds when it visited the rooftop
This
garden.
yellow feather was left behind by Penny's yellow bird when it visited the rooftop garden.
I can't stand it! Knowing the two of them are hidden away up there in their private little garden. I couldn't risk spying on them myself, so I asked dear Tabitha to do it for me. I knew she'd be able to bring me back some evidence.
Sorry, Penny, but are you not overreacting a little?
You don't understand. Fitz is slipping away from me. He's so quiet with me these days, but being with Poppy seems to bring him out of his shell. I don't know what he sees in her miserable little...
Dang,
I
Penny.
apologize. This really isn't your burden to bear.
Penny, she's way younger
Are we
than you
done?
and Fitz.
For now. It's about time we found out what's beneath the garden.
Let's go ahead. Okay, we've done everything we need to.
Where do you think it goes?
Let's find out.
Down.
Let's go down. Underneath. Seeing Sally there. Hey, girly. Okay, that's to talk. So, I think for now, I'm actually gonna end stream here. Mostly because my first monitor went out, so. Okay. But we did get a lot further, which I am so glad. This room looks interesting. Yeah, there's enough game left for another stream. Yeah. I wasn't sure how long it was gonna end up being. But yeah, I like this game a lot. Art style is one of my favorite things in video games to like admire. If anyone's watched one of my streams before, it's always at the end of the game. Wow, I really liked the art style. Yeah, this game's cool. I like it a lot. We're definitely gonna play more next week. I'll work it into the schedule that I haven't made yet. Get super excited for post credits. Oh, I can't wait. Oh, making of / an art book. I love art books and like concept art. I love it so much. Designer commentaries. So I keep accidentally hitting my desk buttons. It sounds awesome. I can't wait for that. Yeah, I'm gonna be super hyped for that now. But yeah, I'm gonna definitely play it more next week. Probably like how I'm doing it right now between the Wolf Among Us gameplay. But yeah, for now, I'll leave it here. Here. Since I can't really get to my my main monitor. Oh, thank you for the follow, Keffel, I assume is how it's pronounced. Yeah, have a good day. Rest of your day. It's already 6 o'clock for me. Yeah, no, this game's cool. I will look forward to playing more of it. And not tomorrow, Saturday, we're gonna be playing more of The Wolf Among Us, which I'm also very excited about and has another art style that I love from Telltale Games. For now though, I am going to hop off and go relax and probably take a bath or something. Cause I was working today. But yeah, and until next time, I will see you. I still don't know how to end streams. It's the one thing I haven't figured out yet. Bye.